Hello, YouTube divers. This is WaterDive122, and I want to welcome you all to another edition of Bands of the Alphabet. We're getting very close to the end, ladies and gentlemen. So, last time we talked about my favorite band that starts with the letter T, and today we're on to the letter U. Now, when it came to the letter U, there weren't a lot of choices based on my knowledge, but I was able to pick out a favorite band and a primary honorable mention. It was the other two honorable mentions that I had trouble figuring out, but I decided to just mention them. I literally know nothing about the final two honorable mentions. Well, maybe a little bit, but nothing music-wise. So just try to bear with me here. So, when it comes to my favorite band that starts with the letter U, it's got to go to the Irish rockers themselves, U2. U2. Just the letter U and the number 2 just put together. U2. And of course, U2 is a very big name in the rock and roll community, especially when they come into the classic hard rock, like between late 70s, early 80s, stuff like that. And and especially the 1987 album, The Joshua Tree, is mainly why a lot of people go to U2. But that is not my favorite U2 album. Although it does have a lot of their big hits from it, like Where the Streets Have No Name. For example, Where the Streets Have No Name. I mean, I love that song, but it's not my favorite U2 album at the moment. That award has to go to the 1984 album, The Unforgettable Fire, simply because it has my favorite U2 song on it, which is Pride in the Name of Love. First U2 song I ever heard, and I actually heard the main hook on it when I was learning guitar several years ago. I was on a video lesson with a guitar instructor named Matt Lake, and we were learning a song. I don't remember what that song was, but he actually played the main chords of Pride in the Name of Love, like in the hook, like in the name of love, one more in the name of love. That part. And I checked the song out, and it was even better than I expected. And it was basically my introduction to U2, so that's why Unforgettable Fire takes this list, and that's why Pride in the Name of Love is my favorite song from them at the moment. Now, when it comes to the lineup on this album, we got Bono on vocals. He basically invented the term bononucleosis, which is like a big thing about ego in the music world. But Bono is a fantastic singer, and on this album and the Joshua Tree, and basically most of U2's albums, he shows off his vocal performance so freaking well. I love Bono's vocals, but as I talked about when I was talking about the Eagles on a previous video, I said that, ego is a big strength, is a big killer in the music industry. And it's happened to a lot of bands. Now, I don't know for sure if U2 was one of those bands where bononucleosis caught up with them, but, and a lot of people don't really seem to like U2. Apparently, people say that they're one of the most hated rock bands out there. I disagree. I mean, yeah, their later stuff is a little bit poppier, and yeah, I mean, I'll go out of my way and say I love "Beautiful Day." It's a really phenomenal song, and Sunday Bloody Sunday, kind of appropriate for an Irish band to to sing that type of music, because Sunday Bloody Sunday was an event that took place in Ireland, and like in the early to mid 20th century. So you can search up the Googles to get more information on that. With or Without You was another big hit off of Joshua Tree. Love that song, but none of those songs, in my opinion, are as good as Pride in the Name of Love, which just showcases Bono's voice to the fullest extent. And of course, there's great guitar works by The Edge. Yeah, apparently their guitar player's named The Edge. I don't know why, but then great bass lines by Adam Clayton, and the drumming by Larry Mullen Jr. is just absolutely freaking awesome. All right, now when it comes to the honorable mentions, let's get into the first honorable mention. We got Uriah Heep. Uriah Heep, Uriah Heep, Uriah Heep. I'm pretty sure you all would have probably guessed that Uriah Heep would take my letter U spot, but no, I've only heard like one song from them, and that was Stealin', which was one of my dad's favorite songs growing up. It was off the 1973 album Sweet Freedom. That's really the album that I want to listen to by Uriah Heep, first off. Although, leave your comments down below. Comment down below what's your favorite Uriah Heep album, and what albums do you recommend that I listen to first from Uriah Heep. So, because they're another one of those bands that I really want to get into. So, pop your opinions down in the comment section below. And then the final two honorable mentions. First off, I want to talk about UFO. UFO is like this 70s hard rock, not quite metal, but I have heard like some audio clips from them. Their sound is very powerful. And like with Uriah Heep, please comment down below on what album I should listen to from UFO first. Because UFO is from what I've heard so far, they are a very powerful band. So pop your opinions down in the comment section below. What UFO album should I listen to first, all you UFO fans out there. And then lastly, we have Unisonic. Unisonic. Now, I basically heard about this band because Michael Kiske from Helloween did some things with them, and I think Kai Hansen did as well. But I think this was like Michael Kiske's second project aside from his solo stuff. But like with the other two bands, please pop down what album by Unisonic that I should listen to first, because all three of these bands are really bands that I want to get into in the future. So, pop your opinions on what album I should listen to first from Uriah Heep, UFO, and Unisonic, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, with that said, U2 takes my favorite band that starts with the letter U. And then tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the letter V. That will be a fun one. So stay in tune for that. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, my fellow YouTube divers. This is WaterDive122 signing out, ready to dive into more fun on YouTube. Thanks for watching.